Hello to our viewers. A very good afternoon to you. Once again, this is the Merci show live on Untitled TV. Once again, we have a special program today. We're coming to talk about food and nutrition, how to take care of ourselves, our well-being, and our health tips in general. I have a special guest here, and before we start the show, I want to recommend my sponsors. World Media Production Services. They specialize in photography, music videos, wedding coverages, business cards, posters. If you need an MC or a DJ for your program, do not hesitate to give them a call. They are world class. As the name goes, they are World Media Production, and their production is world class. Top notch, second to none. Their numbers are 0744 888-9490. I repeat, 07448-889-490. Yes, World Media Production Services, your number one services. Please get in touch and you will not be disappointed. Once again, wherever you are, thanks for tuning in. We are about to start the Merci show, and I've got with me in the studio here a very beautiful woman who is coming to bless us with tips about our health and our nutritional guide. Without much ado, I don't want to say too much. I want her to introduce herself to you. Can you please tell the viewers and listeners who you are, what you do, and then why you're here?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you also to all the viewers out there, wherever you find yourself this afternoon. I also want to show my gratitude for taking your time to watch the show. My name is Gifty Boateng. My profession is a teacher. Specifically, I teach food and nutrition.
Yeah.
And also the First Lady of Power Unity Party. So, as I said, I teach in a secondary school here in UK. And I come from the central region. Specifically, I come from Ekunfidunko.
Oh, wow.
Both my mom and my dad. And I come from a family of 6.
Wow.
Yes.
I presume it's a very blessed family because you're really beautiful.
Yes.
And thank you for honoring our visit to Untitled TV on the Merci show.
Thank you.
Being a teacher, we want you to educate us a bit about our health. What we can do to help ourselves as an individual in terms of food and nutrition. And before I start, I just want to find out, if we say food and nutrition, how can you explain it to us? Food and nutrition, it's a course, that's what you teach.
Yes.
So we just want to find out what it is.
Food and nutrition is a broad term, and it entails a lot. The content is really wide, but I will try my best to summarize it so that at the end of the day, we are able to learn something from the show. That's what it is about.
What it is about, yeah.
So I would break it into two. First of all, let's talk about food. We talk about nutrition. Then you get to know the bigger picture of what food and nutrition is.
Yeah.
So when we say food is any edible thing. If I say edible thing, it means that something that when you eat, it's not going to be harmful or toxic to the body. So any edible thing that you can eat, it can be solid, it can be liquid, and it should be very beneficial to the human body. It can come from the plant source, it can also come from the animal source. So to summarize this is what food is.
Yeah.
Basic explanation.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about nutrition. Nutrition is the substance that you actually get from the food. So as humans, we eat, but there is something in the food. We are not just eating for eating's sake.
Yeah.
There is something in the food that the body needs, and that is what we call nutrition, or the nutrients. So the nutrition aspect would be the nutrients that is in the food. For instance, when you eat fish, you get protein. when in our local culture we eat fufu, you get carbohydrates. We eat fruits like mango, and then you get your minerals, you get your vitamins.
Yeah.
So that is what nutrition is about.
Okay.
Nutrition also goes further to talk about the quantity, the amount,
Yeah.
and then how it also reacts with the body.
Okay. Yeah, that leads to the question I want to ask. You said how it affects the body.
Yes.
So I want you to briefly explain to us how the food we eat affects our body.
Thank you. That is a very brilliant question. As humans, I would use a car as an example. For instance, when you purchase a car, the car would be in good condition, everything. But without one thing, the car would not move. I'm talking about fuel.
Yeah.
So the car would be in condition, everything is in order. But then if you are short of fuel, the car is not going to move.
Yeah.
So the same way as human beings, we are able to go about our daily activities because of what? The food that we eat, and the food in turn provide us nutrients. So your question is, how does the food affect
our
us?
body? Yeah.
Food affects human positively or negatively. So it's very, very imperative we know what we are actually eating, because you eat and then you end up intoxicating the body, or you eat and then the food is actually going to help the body to grow and function.
Before you continue, you brought out a word of a gravity.
Okay.
What do you mean toxificating the body?
It means you eat something that is going to cause harm to the body in so many ways.
How are we going to cause harm to the body when we are eating?
Yes. For instance, you don't know your body type or how your body reacts to food. Let me take you back to Ghana. Some children, you realize that they are not able to take milk or dairy products. But in Ghana, we overlook it. And this can be very serious and very life-threatening. So if I say that you eat something that is going to intoxicate the body, it means your body is not accepting what you have eaten. So for instance, some children, I know here is very common and very popular.
That gives allergic instructions.
That's it. But let's concentrate back home, because these things are very vital that we forgo, we turn our eyes over back in Ghana, and this is what the show is about. And so what I'm saying is that if your body type, you may not be aware that milk is not good for you, or some dairy product isn't good for you. So you end up eating food from these categories, and then your body reacts, as you said. It could be intolerance, it could be an allergy. So when this happens, it means you are really causing a harm, intoxicating the body, and this could lead to diseases. It could affect the body to break down. If I say it would affect the body to break down, let's look at allergy or intolerance. Allergy can be very, very fatal, life-threatening. A lot of people, statistics has proven. Children, adults, many people have died out of eating things that they were not aware, which has ended up intoxicating the body, or the body has reacted to it. So that will be the negative way of eating food. So that's one way that food affects the body negatively. So as humans, we should really know and understand, number one, understand the type of food you are eating. Number two, understand how your body reacts to
that food, and if it is good for you as well.
That's it. So as I said, negatively, the food would affect you by intoxicating. The body is going to react, and that will be either allergy or intolerance. Again, too, food can also be very harmful to the body. Sometimes the way we cook food, it could also be very, very serious issue.
Like food poisoning.
Yes. In Ghana, I believe we overcook our food. So I think we may be lucky in terms of that. We overcook the food. So sometimes it is just okay. But then, if you are not the type that you are not careful with what you cook, or even how you keep the food together. We call something called a cross-contamination.
Yeah.
It's like when you have fruits, vegetables, and then whilst you are cooking, you mix it around fish, meat, and all of that. You are cross-contaminating.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when you eat such food, it's going to affect you negatively. You end up with food poisoning. And food poisoning can also be very, very life-threatening. People can die within a matter of minutes.
So that means the process of preparing the food itself
count as well.
Okay.
And even the storage of it as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you do a lot of shopping, you take it home, and then you just dump it there. Sometimes physically, you may not see that the food has actually rotten or the food is gone bad.
Yeah.
Because you can't see it physically with your naked eye, but then it's all inside. So by the time you eat the food and it goes into the body, then the body begins to react to it, and then it turns into something else. But how food can also affect us positively, as I said, we are like a car.
Yeah.
Without the food, for instance, we couldn't have come to the show.
Yeah.
I have eaten before coming, and you have eaten before coming, because we needed the fuel, we needed the energy. We need the energy to talk, we need the energy to walk, we need the energy to carry out our daily activities. And so this is one or the greatest aspect whereby food affects the body positively. Okay. Number one, even your mental.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to remember that we are on the mental stage of our nutritional body. Yeah. Okay, viewers, a very good afternoon once again. If you just joined me, this is Untitled Chapter TV, and we are on Merci show. We're just going for a commercial break, and then please don't touch that dial. We'll be back soon. Thank you.
We are so baby no for na so man hwa wo de bo pay man wo na kan hu say wo di otu abro so wo tan yem ensa anya dwuma no enidi ITS Pro Center me de me fan ITS Pro ayese say bia ya ye tete nkrofo ye ma SIA license na betimi de ewura security na wo de akopa adwuma wo hwe se de na nkofo adwuma sai na wo nya adwuma ba bia me kan fama wo aye ITS Pro Center. What any betty amount here? Now on certificate. Eti adetina esa wo tena na aka chem se wonya adwuma ye. ITS Pro Training Center no. Enya SI nkwa na ye o. Ye CSCS card so aka ho. CSCS card nso no. Just one day training pep. Na wo wie nso a unsa besa aka ho health and safety certificate nso. Enti what why dey? Eti hwankrofo agyina ho yi. Omo wie omo training. Omo akwakosha adwuma se wo site. Etimi no me for. Moti wo ye den. Enne ya wate me kan. Bomodia na frey. Our sa numbers we so. 079 04 68 6944. 079 04 68 6944. Bomodia na frey ne ya. ITS Pro Training Center. Address. Enti amfa wo se wo ye oba. Mo so betimi awura construction na security. Enti wo de frey na ye ka wakasa. Yes, out of Cassanso. Training center we. Nasaki training center we. We are with some certificate. Now you're going to
Fantastic service. You can reach them on 074 48 889 490, and then you'll be assured of a good service and you will never regret it. And I just want to say to our viewers that if you've got any question regarding food and nutrition, or you are battling with something concerning your health, you'll be able to phone in the studio numbers and then ask questions, or you can send me a message on the Facebook message, and Auntie Gifty will be ready to answer your question. Peter Paradise is saying, well done, good work, sister. You say you are doing good work, and
Thank
then
you.
you are a great woman. Thank you. Kofi Boatin said you are a great woman. Thank you so much, Kofi Boatin. I'm not going to deviate from where we were. We're going to talk. We're talking about the mental aspect of nutrition.
Yes.
Can you please help out?
As I said earlier, food is a natural medicine for every human being.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can actually, as I said, harm the body with food.
Yeah.
And equally, you can also correct any deficiencies or any deformities within the body.
With food?
Yes, to some extent. Some of it you can even cure it entirely with food.
Yeah.
And some situations too, you can also use food to manage it. So it depends on the nature of the disease, or it depends on the situation we are talking about here. But what I'm trying to say for people to understand is that food is a natural medicine. God has made it so. So it all depends on your understanding about food. It all depends on how you handle food. It all depends on how you prepare it, sometimes even the combination. And so food is a medicine that we can, to answer your question, we can to a larger extent correct our mental state. It may not treat it entirely 100%.
Yeah.
But trust me, statistics researchers has proven that food actually goes a long way to help manage mental state. Now, what am I trying to say? For instance, somebody is in a mental state, a breakdown. How can food come in? Food will come in here. For instance, let's use fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Right? Fruits and vegetables, when somebody is in that mental state, you can feed, or you can put a person on a diet solely on fruits and vegetables. Yes. Now you can prepare
to stabilize the mind.
Yes. Yes. And it works.
Good.
It works because, take it for instance, fruits and vegetables, when you eat it, naturally it calms the system down. So I'll bring fruits, vegetables, and I'll bring maybe my banku and my okra stew.
Yeah.
For somebody with a mental state, right? Naturally, fruits and vegetables will calm you down naturally. Whereas the banku and okra stew would also make you hyper.
More energy.
More energy because of the carbohydrate content. Whereas with the fruits and veg, we are talking about the minerals, we are talking about the vitamins, we are also talking about some fiber here.
For the detoxing of the body. Yeah.
We are talking about some fiber here, all within the fruits and veg. Now, there is fiber in the fruits and veg, and it does so many things. That fiber in the fruits and veg it's acting like a waste collector and trying to fix, unwanted substances within the body that could also trigger your emotions, that could also trigger your mental states, that could also trigger your hyperactivity. So once you diet on the fruits and vegetables, for instance, as I'm talking about, the fiber within the system, it does work.
Yeah.
It's going around the digestive system. So as it is collecting all these unwanted substances, the result will be that your mental state is going to calm down, all your nerves is going to calm down, and as you continue a system, it becomes a pattern, it becomes a routine. You are able to stabilize the person over time.
Yeah.
Whereas feed a person with banku, okra, feed a person with, what else can I say?
Potato,
plantain.
yeah.
Now let's go to our local. Go with a plantain, our yam, and all of that. No, the person is going to be very, very hyper. It's not going to help, because if a person is in a mental state, the person is already high. So we need things that will calm the person down.
Okay, so what I can learn from what you just said is that if you got somebody with a mental state, with a problem of the mind, it's good to detox them often with fruits and vegetables.
Yes, fruits and vegetables, especially your green leafies.
Yeah.
Green leafies are normally natural. Why am I saying the green leafies? The green leafies are able to digest quickly and easily.
Like our spinach, contamination,
that's
and all those things.
Yes. They are able to digest very easily.
Yeah. And
the waste product of it does not stay in there for a longer time. You see, when you eat the contamination, you see the thin, the back, the thin at the back. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about as fiber. When you have something like a carrot, you see the inside bit is like a steak. When you slice it, that bit is the fiber I'm talking about.
Oh, I see.
When you eat oranges, you see the chaff. That is the fiber I'm talking about.
But most of the time we tend to throw that part away.
That is it. So we tend to actually waste the good part of the food, and then we rather eat the bit that is not going to really help us the more. So as far as the mental state is concerned, when you put a person on fruits and vegetables, I mean, all fruits and vegetables in general are good. But then the green leafies, the ones with the fiber content, it does help. Because then once you feed on the leafy and then there is any waste product, you have the fiber there, who would in turn also go around the system, bring all of it together, and then it excreted safely, hygienically. I believe you've even heard of some people, they suffer from constipation and all of that. Yes, sometimes it goes beyond. It's a medical thing. But most at times too, you can easily correct it with your leafy vegetables.
Okay. This is a question I want to ask. You know, I don't know whether you can help us understand if it is up to our human body's metabolism or our way of life. You know, sometimes you might not eat much.
Yes.
And then you see that you don't feel healthy as well. But you could see people eating kinky like 3 times a day, and you see them physically healthy and fit. Is this something to do with our body's metabolism, or what is your take on that?
I would say it's the genetics.
Oh yeah, because you could see people eating. Some people eat very healthily, but they still have medical conditions that people who are not even really taking good care of themselves don't have such conditions. So sometimes it becomes very confusing.
It's genetics. Genetics play a very key role in this, and then metabolism also counts as well. And again, your natural body reacting to the food. I know a lot of people that eat a lot. I remember when I was way back in the polytechnics, one of my friends, you know, we used to make a joke about it. You know, she can
like 2
eat.
balls of kinky in a twinkle of an eye.
She can eat and eat and eat, but then when you see her, she looks very, as you said, very physically. She looks fit. And the shape, everything is there. Whereas somebody will just eat a portion, just enough portion of food, but then the person is blown out. So there isn't one answer to that. Metabolism plays a key role. How your body actually reacts also play a key role. And then finally, your genetics as well. And sometimes too, I can also say that depends on the type of food you are eating. Because then if you eat more of fatty foods tends to stay in the body for a longer time before it digests. So the more it stays there, it builds up.
And become a stubborn fat.
That's it. And then over time, it turns into something
So
else.
like obesity, yeah. Okay. I just want to ask you, what is your take on agriculture in Ghana in terms of our food and how you say we prepare our food? What is your take on it in general?
In general, my heart bleeds, and I cry every day about it with my dear husband, Mr. Boateng. We talk about it because we want to save Ghana. This is why, through my husband, Party has come to stay, a very powerful force to third force party to actually. Now, why am I saying this? Agriculture is one of the reasons why Power Unity Party has come to stay. Now, last year we were in Ghana and we traveled all over the regions in Ghana. It is so sad that we don't really have our natural produce anymore. I sent for tomato, and then the next day I just want to use the tomato to prepare my stew, and it's already gone watery. Pepper, you leave it overnight, it's gone watery. Even garden eggs. When we were growing up, you could leave garden eggs for days. But trust me, you buy garden eggs in Ghana, a day you slice it, and then the inside is gone dark.
What do you think is the reason for that?
That's it. So we interacted, as we taught, we interacted with the women, we interacted with the farmers. Why is this happening? And you will be so shocked, the kind of information they gave us. They said, we do not have our natural produce on the market anymore. And we were like, why? He said, yes, because these days, when you grow the natural produce, nobody is going to buy. You won't make enough money from it because the government is allowing all these artificial foods, GM foods, to come into the system. And this GM is full of chemicals. Now, when you compare our natural, the size of our natural produce to the size of the GM food, it looks bigger. And so when the average Ghanaian go to the market to shop, they think that they get the value of what they have bought rather than buying the natural one. So over time, when you are selling the natural produce, people would not buy because they want to get the value of what they have bought. So as time goes on, or as time went on, there is no natural food on the Ghanaian market anymore. This is why PUP has come. Now our agenda for Power Unity Party is to ensure that there wouldn't be any GMO on the land of Ghana. Ghana would go back because our motto, Sankofa, means we are going back where our forefathers left us, all the errors, to go and correct it. And so we are going to take off all the GMO food from the land of Ghana, and then we are going to go back and fall on our natural produce. Now, natural produce contains all the 6 nutrients that the body needs to grow. Now, this is a very serious issue because in the next 10, 15 years ahead of us, there wouldn't be any more Ghana if we continue to eat this GMO food in Ghana now. There wouldn't be any more generation because a nation without solid foundation of the youth, the nation is already collapsed. Why am I saying this? The youth needs to be fed on natural food because it is the natural food that is going to make them healthy, increase their lifespan, and then they are able to work, contribute to the economy, and then there will be development. But here is the situation that the land of Ghana is full of GM. So what will be the fate of our children, our generation?
Don't you think it's a global issue? Is it a global issue? Because I think I am, okay, I just want to say it. Let's see, maybe someone watching want to talk about that. Our population, do you think our natural resources are being able to meet our natural produce, or is it not like a global issue?
Ghana is blessed with all the natural resources that we shouldn't even fall on any foreign countries to help us in any way. But unfortunately, we have corrupt leaders from time to time, and this is what has left Ghana to where Ghana is. So I'm saying, to answer your question, yes, we have enough resources to meet the larger populace of Ghana. But some people are controlling African land. They are controlling African land they have an agenda. The agenda is to poison the land of Ghana. So as I said earlier on, in the next 10 or 15 years ahead of us, the land of Ghana is going to be poisoned. When you grow any natural produce on there, it is not going to work. These enemies I'm talking about, very soon they are going to come onto the land of Ghana and occupy it. And when they do come and occupy the land of Ghana, they have the antidote. The GMCs that they are sending to Ghana, they have the antidote for it. And so when they come and occupy the land of Ghana, they would fix it and occupy it. By then, it would have killed the populace of Ghana, and there wouldn't be Ghana anymore. This is why PUP has come to educate the people. We are not just asking people to vote for us, but we have figured out the problem. And once you figure out a problem, then you come up with a solution. And so as agriculture, for instance, the root cause is that the land is being poisoned with GM seeds, right? How do we tackle that? PUP is going to go out there, and we have already started from the grassroots. We are educating the youth. We are educating the entire populace that, listen, look at the GM foods. Our forefathers, they were feeding on the natural produce, and our forefathers were growing their lifespan. They were living longer without much healthy issues. But now look at our generation. We die younger and much health issues. It's all because we are feeding on GM food. So we are educating the populace.
I could see that because you are a nutritionist, you are really concerned about Ghanaian agriculture. Thank you very much for that enlightenment. And I want you to help our viewers and listeners as well. What are some of the tips you will give concerning eating healthily? Are there any other alternatives, like in the market? Are still there food that are non-GM that we can still use for the beneficial of our bodies?
Yes.
Is that it? And then I want you to further give us some health tips about how to live a healthy life.
Okay, thank you for that brilliant question as well. You know, a healthy life actually starts within yourself. The best recommendation I will give, healthy living or a healthy style, it all starts from within yourself, from within your mind, as I said earlier on. So healthy living or a healthier lifestyle, it starts from within your mental state. So you wake up, and then your mind, your heart is full of positivities. It's full of bright stuff. You understand? That is the beginning of a healthy living. You could have all the organic food around you, but then you could exercise and do all of those things. But then if the mind and the heart is corrupted, it won't work. So first of all, I want my viewers to understand that healthy living starts from within. And it starts from the mind and the heart. Every morning when you wake up, make sure you meditate. Think positivity through your heart and your mind with all the positive stuff for the day. Once you have done that, now think about what you are going to eat. In the morning, don't fill yourself so heavy with banku and all of that. Go lighter in the morning because you need something that would boost the hormones within you slowly. When you eat banku, it makes you very heavy, and then it makes you very lazy. You understand? But then when you go for something like porridges, fruit, salads, something like that in the morning, it makes you naturally active to start your day. Without, your mind going, that's it, and then without you feeling lazy. Apart from that, think about the combination, as I said, especially within the Ghanaian community, our combination, our cooking, the method itself, it's actually not promoting our healthy lifestyle. For instance, we overcook the food. So there isn't all the, yes, our cooking method is one area that we can talk about that on its own.
That we end up burning off all the nutrients.
We destroy all the nutrients. Let me give you a scenario here. For instance, you are preparing contomere. And you know how we do it in Ghana. You will wash it, you will cut it, and you see that instantly the water turns into grain. What you are doing is that you are washing away all the vitamins, all the minerals. You are washing it away. And then we will cook the contomere separately before we will even grind it, before even adding it to the stew. What have you done? You have successfully destroyed about 70% of the nutrient. So how to promote our healthy lifestyle? Also, we need to check our way of cooking the food. We should not overcook the food. Again, we should avoid too much salt in our diet. We should also avoid too much sugary foods. There are always alternatives. For instance, Ghana, if you're in Ghana, we have this honey. Honey is natural. It's got all the natural ingredients. There is no chemicals in honey. So instead of using sugar, you could have the alternative of honey. Now
what about your take on artificial sugars? Are they good?
I'll come to that. But in terms of promoting that, to answer your first question, things you have to avoid and things you have to include. So let me classify that so that our viewers would understand. How can you promote or tips to promote your healthy living? As I said, number one, it all starts from within you, your mind and your heart. Apart from that, you start the day with lighter food, porridges, fruits, vegetables. Make sure when you are choosing from your protein families, concentrate more on the fish, because the fish will digest easily. The fish also contains a nutrient called the omegas. We have different types of omegas. The omegas, it really works on our brain. It really works within the bones. So when you eat fish, what you are doing is that you are giving the body a lot of omegas, omega-3, omega-6. It's really good and natural. It's even good for the sight as well. Instead of eating meat and beef and all of that, you could have alternative of chicken. And even the chicken, you could even take it off. Remember when you peel the skin of chicken, you realize that beneath the skin, there is always fat there. So once you get rid of the skin and then you have your chicken, that becomes more healthy, because then you have gotten rid of the fat. So instead of having the meat and the beef, have your chicken, have your fish. You should also have more of your grains, grains or wheat. For instance, your bread. When you go to the market, we have the brown bread, we have the ones with the seed. They are more healthier. Again, if you go for that options, then you are having more fiber. The seed and then the wheat within the brown breads will give you fiber, which is good, rather than having the white bread. As I said, feed less on the sugars. Instead of having sugar, have honey. And here we have a lot of honey on the market. But again, if you are not careful,
they're full of sugars.
Yes, full of sugars. Again, what you have to avoid is your salt, the salt intake. Our butters, when you are using butters or the spread, go for the lighter ones, because the lighter ones are less of salt and less of the saturates. The margarine, I believe in our Ghanaian communities, we don't check all of these things, but this is what the show is about, is to enlighten us, for us to begin, to practice this healthy tips. When you are buying your margarine, read the labels, because it's normally stated very clear. Some are saturated, some are unsaturated. The saturated is from animal, and then the unsaturated is from plant. But if you are promoting a healthy eating. If you want to grow well, if you want to increase your lifespan, then you go for the option of the unsaturated fat. So these are few tips that will promote healthy living. On the other hand, things that you have to avoid, as I've said, avoid your salt, avoid your sugars, and avoid your meat and all of that. But having said that, another trend now, we also need the exercise. Exercise is also good as well. I mean, not too much vigorous exercise, because exercise is quite tricky. Some people over exercise and then they end up getting a pressure and then collapsing. This is real. So manage the exercise. At least if you can do a walking, 5-minute walking a day, 10-minute walking a day, maximum of 15, lighter exercise a day, it also helps the body to grow and function well.
Let me just read this question. A free year says, excellence teaching. Are there any food to help most condition? A free year, can you be a bit specific? Which condition are you talking about? But if you can generally answer her, she said, are there food to help most health conditions?
Yes, as I said, food is a natural medicine. So whatever condition you are going through, yes, dietitians would actually prescribe food that you have to eat, and even the portions. So they tell you that eat this type of food. For instance, as I said, your fruit, veg, the leaves and all of that. When you are choosing from the proteins, dietitians would actually recommend that you go for the fishes with the omegas. Dietitians would recommend you go for the chicken without the skin, etc. And then they will go further to explain why you need to have these options. They will explain to you that these options are less of fat. These options has got all the nutrients that the body needs. These options, some of it has the fiber that is actually going to cleanse the body.
The body, yeah.
That's it. Yes, so to answer a free year's question, yes, you can actually use food to correct and manage. As I said earlier on, it may not solve the situation entirely, but then it goes a larger extent to manage whatever disease or situation you are in.
Oh, okay. Someone says, giving us a love heart that we're doing well. Through
Thank
teachings, keep on, from Mr. Boateng. Nana Owusu, coming up, First Lady, I'm proud of you, go high.
Thank you.
And from Joseph, Merci show is reminding me back home. Keep it up, Lady V, you do all. Thank you very much, Joseph. Once again, a very good afternoon to you, all our viewers. I hope you've learned a lot from today's show. Merci show is all about education, entertaining, helping one another, just doing what will benefit the society as a whole. And as I said, I want just to remind you about my sponsor, who is World Media Production. They provide photography services, music videos. If you're organizing a party and you need a DJ and MC, do not hesitate to give them a call. They give a world-class service. You will not be disappointed. You can contact them on 074 488 89490. I repeat, 074 488 89490, and they will be of help to you. Mrs., we are very happy to have you on the show.
Thank you.
I think this is where time will permit us to bring the show, and because I know if we want to continue with this topic, you have a lot of information to give us. Mami Dankwa Asante said, well done, ladies. Thank you, Mami. We also want to thank everyone once again. This is the Merci show, and we thank you for tuning in. I just want to give you the opportunity to say anything you want to say to your viewers, whether health tips, whether encouragement, anything.
Thank you, my viewers. I think I'm going to leave my viewers with the recommendation that we are all not perfect, but I'm more concerned about our children. I'm more concerned about our generation and the fact that, you know, our land is full of GMs. I think about what is going to happen to our children. And so we as parents, we as adults, let us try to encourage our children to eat from home. let us try to encourage our children to let us introduce our local food to them. We could charge our children with some activities at home. For instance, instead of us buying drinks every day from the shop, you could just buy a juicer at home and, you know, charge the children with these activities. You have fruit on the market, just say to them, okay, you are going to look after the family, you're going to prepare 9 juices for us. They could make it overnight, keep it in the fridge and take it to school. Again, also, I would want to charge my viewers that we should all begin to look after ourselves. Ghana needs us, all of us, and we should also have it in mind that it is our children that is going to rescue Ghana. So we have to do everything within ourselves to increase our lifespan. We should watch what we eat, avoid the junks, avoid the sugar, avoid the salt. Let us exercise. We should clear our hearts, our minds, and then I believe that once we begin to practice this healthy tips, we'll promote a healthy living. And I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to my wonderful husband, Mr. Boateng. He's been very supportive.
I could see.
Yes.
That's
very supportive.
You really turned the show into politics.
Yes, he's very supportive in everything that I do. Honey, thank you so much, and thank you to all my viewers out there.
Okay. This is where we're going to bring the show to an end. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I've taken something out of what she said. Start the day with a positivity, mindful of positivity, and then plan your day on what you are going to eat. Put good food into your body. We need the nutrients in the food we eat to carry on throughout the day. Thank you very much, and I hope you will have a wonderful day, the rest of it. Take care. Once again, I'm Merci. See you next week. Bye to you.